because of money placed on his head by a guy named Q50'S. Allegedly. I know that was a lie. I had to do a lot of...
Whoa. Alright, man, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy Key coming at y'all boys with a brand new video, and today we're finna turn up a hustle. You know what I'm saying? We locked in. So, with that being said, make sure y'all boys like, comment, and subscribe. Get in that comment box. Tell me how you felt about this video. Let's check it out.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
For those unaware, I have traveled all across America, from Skid Row to Baltimore, and Kensington is the most disturbing place I've ever been to. Plagued by the fentanyl phone to my life.
Mix the Xanax with the lean, bitch, I'm the face of zombie land. God damn. Sleep jacket. I got 2 Barbies at once and I ain't just rapping. And I just made a sacrifice, no I ain't capping.
No ass Michael drinking ass ain't get out that cop. You know that. I shoot too fast. Can't run you slow, hit the flow, you won't get up. Out of fucking streets, ain't got no body, little nigga, that shit ain't.
The South Side Skycam 9 is live over the scene of a shooting at 79th and Maryland. We're told 2 people have been shot and injured. They've been taken to the University of Chicago Medical Center, one in fair condition, the other in critical condition. You can see this is not far from a gas station. Police currently have the intersection of 79th and Maryland shut down.
Imagine trying to shoot up somebody's block, spin where they at, and then you get stopped and become a victim. The joke's now on you. Recent news that a Philly rapper, a Chicago rapper, and a Maryland content creator was allegedly shot at in Chicago while filming, with further reports that the man.
Cause I'm like, at first, I'm like, bro, this is not adding up. How does one thing lead to another? Like, I'm like, how does Skrilla and Bloodhound Q50, and then you got Brandon and Buckingham? Like, how does this all commingle? Okay, so they was doing like an interview.
Was shot in the head in return. In this video, we go over the details while briefly discussing the people who was allegedly involved. So before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. Speaking of Philly rappers, the YouTuber we're about to discuss managed to have an interview with the Philly rapper named YBC Dude, who did that interview only days before he lost his life. The YouTuber name is Brandon Buckingham from Maryland. He have over 800,000 subscribers and counting, with tens of millions of views on YouTube. Now, YBC Dude wasn't the only Philly rapper that Brandon had interviewed. Typically, he goes to these neighborhoods and spend a day with these artists. Another Philly-based rapper he did an interview/vlog with was Skrilla.
Yeah, I'm a one-on-one now, everybody wanna be with me. They see that glizzy, yeah, that's glizzy.
A guy from Kensington in Philadelphia, an area what they reference to on the news, and to the mass majority of people in Philadelphia as zombie land.
Skrilla's out here signing autographs.
You don't gotta do that with me.
As a crowd of fans is forming around Skrilla, a cop walks up to him out of nowhere and checks his waistband for a gun.
I need your waistband, bro. My waist? My man's got your waistband. Think my man done? Be cool, man. Y'all good.
Cop's checking his waistband.
I just put that bitch up.
Hit the gas.
Niggas geeking off the... Okay. Bro, we gonna call Skrilla from now on the king of the fiends, bro. This man is right here passing out whippets. Now, if you don't know where this comes from, this is like a UK thing where they basically pass out whippets, or you could buy the whippet shit on the street in a balloon. That way, you know what I'm saying, you can go around doing your little thing. That's crazy. Passing out.
This interview managed to have over 2.5 million views and counting. I don't want to spoil the interview for those who want to go over there and check it out, but check out some highlights.
Phone to my life.
Mix the Xanax with the lean, bitch, I'm the face of zombie
land. No, literally.
God damn.
Philadelphia rapper Skrilla, also known as the face of Zombieland, has lived his entire life in Kensington. He reps the city of zombies so hard, he has dog food, which is slang for heroin, tattooed on his face and hands. Recently, he's been making waves for his unique rap style, performing outside surrounded by addicts and posting his taboo religious practices on Instagram. For those unaware, I have traveled all across America, from Skid Row to Baltimore, and Kensington is the most disturbing place I've ever been to. Plagued by the fentanyl and xylazine epidemic, every YouTuber that visits Kensington goes to the bodyguard and leaves before sunset. But not me. I slept on the hardwood floor at a stranger's house in Kensington to make this video happen. So get ready, because in today's episode, I stay outside in Kensington from 4 p.m. until 4 a.m., learn about Skrilla's religious practices, and experience firsthand life as the face of Zombieland.
Now speaking of Skrilla, he was the Philly-based rapper who was with Brandon and another Chicago
what the
rapper
fuck?
in Chicago.
He's sleeping on the floor and shit.
And the Chicago rapper they was with was Q50, a young man who he claims is not really a rapper but started rapping since his right hand had lost his life.
I shoot too fast, can't run you slow, hit the flow, you won't get up. How the fuck you in the streets, ain't got nobody, little nigga, that shit.
He rep allegedly Bloodhound, and the guy who lost his life was Bloodhound Lil Jeff, which happened only a month after their friend Lil Scoom lost his life.
No.
Important.
That happened a month before Lil Scoom.
As we'll later talk about how they lost their life, it's important to know that we did a video on both scenarios. If you guys want to check it out, I'll leave the link in the bio. But the people who was allegedly responsible for Lil Scoom demise was allegedly responsible for shooting up this filming. Now the rapper Q50 is a man who reps on many songs that he got 8 bodies. A man who even referenced hopping out on the 2 teens in his music that lost their life while leaving high school in downtown Chicago.
Rap, I'm still out spinning. Bloodhound calls, say you trying to go spin. We can spin downtown, last 2 got lifted.
Hold on. That was in that Skrilla G song. Damn, okay.
Chaotic scene with bullets flying everywhere, leaving 2 teenagers shot and killed, both of them identified tonight.
This was still wicked, bro.
You can fix the shattered glass and cover the bullet holes left behind.
Like a firecracker, you know, like a...
But the gaping hole in many hearts after 2 teenage students identified tonight as 16-year-old Robert Boston and 17-year-old Monterio Williams were gunned down during a busy midday in the Loop.
Hey, we got 2 people shot. Look like 2 people shot right here. 15, 25.
Isn't easily repairable.
Friends of the 2 victims, they were trying to do CPR.
It happened outside of Innovations High School near Wabash and Washington at the end of the school day just before 12:30. Boston and Williams, who were students there, were walking out of the school with 4 other classmates when police say 2 dark-colored vehicles pulled up. Multiple suspects got out and began firing shots.
I was coming out of Burgerson, like I'm trying to go shopping, and next thing you know, it was like we heard a big old argument, and next thing you know, we just see like his shots going out.
In a statement, Mayor Brandon Johnson extended his condolences to the boys' families and school as they, quote, grapple with unimaginable pain and trauma.
I ain't gonna lie though, as the mayor of Chicago, bro, I know he wake up with a headache, bro. Like, every time something like this happens, you gotta be frontline, you gotta be strong, stiff, and yeah, you are a little bit disconnected from the violence. You the mayor, you a public official, you probably getting paid very well, but bro, I know this gets tiring and
caused by this senseless act of violence.
Like, wow.
And police say they believe this was an isolated shooting. No one is in custody.
And like we say, fam, the moment you align yourself with somebody and you're in the public, you can become a casualty of their war. Because you don't know what beef they got or what they did. And it is what it is. And the rapper Q50 went to his Instagram post to literally point out that the man got shot in his head and that the people who allegedly did the shooting won't come back anytime soon. But before we read that post, let's talk about the details of the shooting. It was September 25th, 2024. It was a Wednesday. An investigation went underway after 2 people were injured in a shooting on the city's south side. According to Chicago police, the shooting unfolded at around 2 p.m. in the 7800 block of South Maryland Avenue in Grand Crossing. Police said one of the victims, a 26-year-old man, was standing on the sidewalk in the area when he suffered a gunshot wound to his right foot. The man took himself to the hospital, where he was listed in good condition. Now, I'm not sure if the victim was the guy standing next to the rapper Lil Scoom, may he rest in peace, who was the cameraman, who identified himself as AMFK. Everyone had nothing but positive words to talk about him, about the positivity that he pushed. But he was grazed, and we sent 11 prayers his way and praying for a speedy recovery. A second victim was injured in connection with the shooting, a male whose age has not been determined. He later took himself to the hospital after he suffered a gunshot wound to the head. He was listed in critical condition. Now, as of now, no arrests have been made, but helicopters was seen hovering around that area at around 4:10 p.m. Also, CPD officers could be seen canvassing the area near the gas station at the intersection of East 79th Street.
And the thing about it is, it's a gas station, so somewhere around this area, bro, there's gonna be a camera. It's just a matter of time before somebody goes down for something. But you know what they say in Chicago, like 80% of the crimes don't get solved.
Officers also had taped off a portion of Merlin Avenue near the gas station. Now, apparently people in that area, in that neighborhood, was ready for revenge. 79th and Essence is also an area where G Herbo claimed and is allegedly from.
Now coming in from the city's south side, Skycam 9 is live over the scene of a shooting at 79th and Maryland. We're told 2 people have been shot and injured.
Where the hell G Herbo come in?
They've been taken to the University of Chicago Medical Center, one in fair condition, the other in critical condition. You can see this is not far from a gas station. Police currently have the intersection of 79th and Maryland shut down as they investigate. Now coming in from the city's south side, Skycam 9.
And we know a couple days ago, Chicago ended shot spotters. So tweets like this allowed more information. And same a man was ready to protect a block. An anonymous tip say 2 male black, both with dreads on the corner, one wearing a blue hoodie, the big gun going in and out of the buildings in front of a blue van. Now the man that was allegedly shot in the head was a guy who was identified as CEO Holcomb on Instagram. And the reason we know that is because after the situation, Q50 has said this: "On my grandma, I got 5K for anybody. I don't give a..."
One thing about Q50, he taking it to Instagram. One thing about Q50, he taking it to Instagram. Like, come on, bro. And people get away with so much, it's to the point like this shit is wild, bro. So at first I was a little bit confused because I'm like, what does he mean? But he was saying earlier that the people who allegedly slid on them yesterday while they was doing their interview and their documentary is the people who was responsible for Lil Scoom. I was trying to piece that together and didn't know what he was talking about. So wherever CEO Holcomb is from is allegedly the people who took out Lil Scoom. They slid during the Brandon Buckingham interview, which a lot of people have been getting on Brandon Buckingham because he it's just weird how he play it, bro. It's just, honestly speaking, it's just weird how he play it. But it's content, it's entertaining content to the people nonetheless. You got to give him his props. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? The views don't lie. But with that being said, man, when you do what you do, you align yourself with who you align yourself with. You are not invincible. You are not safe, just like them.
If it's a doctor or they OG, if @_TMC slide or @CEO Holcomb could say F Bloodhound again or raise a finger, it's can't. According to Q50, both of them are victims. Now, if you made it this far, fam, after doing my research, the victims, the CEO Holcomb dude, people looking in from the outside, mistaking him for the Holcomb group that has something to do with Scoom. But it seems he might not. It seems he's a dude from Risky, which is an area in Chicago. Now, that incident we just talked about on Wednesday was when he got head tapped. But 2 days later on Friday, as we mentioned, you never know what a person got going on when you get next to him. Q50, Brandon, and Skrilla went to that area to shoot a music vlog and a video, which led to them, the people he was affiliated with, to come spin that area again. But Scoom come into play again, because allegedly, all this stemmed from someone from Risky having something to do with Scoom death because of money placed on his head by a guy named YFG Fesso. Allegedly. I know that was a lie. I had to do a lot of...
Whoa! Now look, I'm not into Chicago politics. I'm not knowing what's going on. But if he just dropped, y'all believe that? Yo, he's saying that. Okay, so YFG Fatso is a Chicago rapper, if you don't know, who is signed to Lil Durk. And allegedly he put money on Lil Scoom head. What? Okay, and then the shooting that he was talking about this whole time was actually before the Brandon Buckingham incident. So they got into 2 shootouts back to back on the same block.
Eating and research just to get to that, but there you have it. And again, for those who want to know how Lord Schoon was allegedly set up by people he knew, check out the video. But he was gunned down, may he rest in peace, late July 7th, 2024, on 89th and Langley. Sending prayers to everybody who was involved in this situation. Every job can be risky. You can come with the most purest intentions, but all in all, as we always know, you never know what the next person got going on. It's tough. Hold your head up. Distance yourself for those you think ain't living life like you want to, and keep it pushing. Fam, this was the story of a man who got shot in another man's hood in Chicago after trying to spin the block. They go back there 2 days later to film footage. And in return, that scene gets shot up. And there's been reports that Brandon got all this on video.
That was a lot, bro. I wasn't expecting him to say a lot of what he said. Brandon, you gotta be careful, bro. You gotta be careful. And especially with that video. What you do with that video is gonna show your true character. When they were saying that white boy voyeuristic stuff, yes, you was there, you was a part of the situation. Yes. But what you do with that situation, what you do with that video, and how you put it out is really gonna show your character. And especially because that's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. I'm under the impression that YFG Fast on the Bloodhounds, I know that they got beef, but I was under the impression that they were smoothing it out behind the scenes. But it turns out that if that's true, what he said about Lil Schoon, there ain't gonna be no smoothing it over. That's dead. You feel me? And that's crazy, bro. But that just goes to show you how the back and forth, like, bro, it never stops. It never stops. That's insane, bro. With that being said, man, y'all get in the comment box. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about this video. Does Brandon need to chill out? Is going to the trenches and filming these videos getting played out? How do y'all feel about it? Y'all let me know in the comment section below. But we was just talking about this. And how people think it's something that it's not. Say in Chicago, they said they think it's shake that ass time, and it's not. It's cracking. They just got into a shootout on this block 2 days ago. Now, I'm going to give him a little bit of grace and say that it was probably planned beforehand, and that was just going to add into the lore of the video that he wanted to produce, but he got caught up in it. So, with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy Key, checking in, checking out. Get in that comment box, man. I'm gone.